What's up, guys? Dave from Revocation here. I'm hanging out with my man Tim. I'm going to give him a quick little rundown of my gear here. I got my signature Jackson 7-string Warrior here. The charcoal black stain. Looks super sick. Got my DiMarzio Imperium pickups in here. So this is actually the second prototype they made for me. I changed a couple things from the first prototype. Take a look at that one. So this was the first one that was made for me. So this is one of a kind right here. The knob configuration is a little bit different. It's got more of a painted neck and also no inlays here. So this is my backup and this is my main right there. Let's go take a look on stage and check out some of the pedals. So here's my travel pedal rig. I recently kind of downsized a little bit, but I think I'll be bringing this to the States as well. I got my tuner, got my this Maxon OD pedal here. Here I got my Hall of Fame TC Electronics reverb pedal for my clean stuff to give it a little bit more of an ambient sound. And then I got my noise gate right there. Got the EVH rig, which is nice. Even though I'm in Australia, I can still have my setup that I use at home. And then when I'm running behind the amp in my effects loop is another series of pedals. So here I've got my exotic EP booster, which is just a lead boost, but it's one of my favorite sounding lead boosts out there. It colors your tone in a very slight way, but in a really musical sounding way. And then here I've got the Seymour Duncan Vapor Trail, which is just a delay pedal that just sort of fattens up the leads a little bit and gives it a nice, I guess, atmosphere to some of the notes and colors the tone a little bit. So yeah, that's my whole setup.
Basically, this is my bass. It's a Zahn Sonus Classic 5-string. It's got Aguilar pickups and preamps inside of it, and pretty much I have a volume control for each pickup, and then bass and treble, which I do use a little bit of a bass boost. I'm using mostly neck pickup with just a hair of the bridge pickup. Got my pick holders here because sometimes I play like that, and sometimes like that. But basically, this bass changed the game for me. It's got a graphite neck in it, and it, pretty much I never have to set it up or do anything because there's no truss rod in it. So when we get on the flight, this tour in particular, we pretty much did like 7 flights in 4 days, and I just don't have to worry about it. I just detune it a little bit and go. So this thing changed the game for me a lot. I used to play Padula, and I switched over to Zahn, and I don't think I'm going to go back to anything else but this. All right, we've got a very messy pedal board here. This is my travel setup. At home, I got some NYC pedal boards, and that pretty much, I keep everything clean, but this I have to, take it apart with all the flights and everything. So basically, I go into the core tuner standard, into the compressor just to keep everything even, and then I chain it to the Aguilar aggro pedal. This is one of my favorite things that I've come across probably in the past 10 years or something like that. It's got really cool features. The saturation can get very dirty or just a little bit of grit. Cool contour switch to sweep it around, level and presence. I then put that into the Dark Glass B7K preamp, and this pedal is the bomb. Pretty much it lets you fix anything that's going wrong if you're having trouble. Pretty much when I'm working with a front of house engineer, I'm like, what do you need out there? And he'll tell me I need more high mid or low mid, and everything's right there, so it's accessible. And I do a little bit of extra dirt from here too. Then I send that into the Flint Strymon. I only use that for like one part during the set, the little lead in Madness Opus. Just throw some verb on there, but this pedal's the bomb. I use it a lot in some other groups that I do, a lot of tremolo and Strymon, Flint, sick. Then into the delay standard, just to get a little ring out after songs and make it a little bit washy, a little bit more epic. And then this thing's super cool. It's the bass boost, and it's just anytime I need to do like any part that should be a little bit louder, it doesn't color my tone when you have the VPF switch all the way down. You can color it a little bit, but it's just pretty much bring up a little boost just for those parts that you need to really rock a little bit harder. This is just a loop station for using between songs. Just creates a little ambient noise, send it to a passive DI box and out to the front of house.
What's up? This is Dan from Revocation, and I'm going to show you the ins and outs of my rig here. So obviously first I got the guitar. This is a ESP, well it's an LTD, Horizon baritone, which means it's 27-inch scale. So like the chords are kind of a bit more spread out, you know, and the scales are a bit harder to finger, but I think it keeps the tuning better, you know, with the low strings and stuff. And then I'm running that into my pedal board. So I got my tuner, obviously. The overdrive kind of gives the amp a little more gurgle, like when it's like really similar, but that little difference kind of is important to my sound. And then I have the noise gate, obviously, because sometimes you have dirty power and it can sound like that. So this takes care of that. And then these are my loop. I got the EP booster, which kind of like not only boosts my volume, but also certain frequencies that I want to come out during solos. You know, it's like... So like it's got like kind of a warm boost to it, you know. And then this, it's a delay pedal, but it also has like a mod for like a slightly chorusy sound. So I use that on Madness Opus, and it's like... And then I'll turn it off or... So anyway, that's my effects rig, and then over here, I'm running through a PV6505 Plus, and I pretty much only use the high gain channel. Like I don't really have any clean parts live, and I pretty much always use the same setting. So it's like gain is fairly low because I have the overdrive pedal. I like to boost the lows a bit above 6, and then mid and trebles, you know, dialed back a bit lower than 6. And then these two I always have in the same like 10 and 2 position. And that's it. I got a pretty simple rig, but it does the job, you know.
G'day guys, I'm Theo. I play guitar in a band called Hollow World. We're from Melbourne, Australia, and we do melodic death metal, sort of brutal stuff. I've got an Ormsby custom shop SXM here, which I play as my main guitar. This is made in Perth, Australia by Perry Ormsby. And it's a multi-scale 7-string. We've got an ebony fretboard, this awesome flamed, sort of figured flamed maple top, which almost seems to move under the light. Custom wound pickups. It's an Alnico 5 and an Alnico 8, I believe. Ash body. Tasmanian blackwood neck, which is an Australian timber. You don't see it that much, but it sounds absolutely lovely. And locking tuners, coil split, 3-way switch, all the sort of fun and games you'd expect on a high-end spec'd out guitar. Plus we've got these, I don't know if you'll be able to see them very well, but splayed scallops on the 12th to the 24th fret, which are sort of a bit of a proprietary thing that Perry likes to do. So as far as our rigs go, we run entirely DI. We got sick of carrying heavy stuff up and down stairs and sort of dying in the process. So we're running an Axe Effects for all of our tone. And we've got that, we're using Line 6 wireless, which is sort of like the industry standard stuff. And these cheap ass in-ear wireless transmitters that cost like $200, and they haven't failed yet, emphasis on yet, to send an in-ear click track and ourselves, so we don't have to rely on fallback wedges. We had a lot of gigs where we couldn't hear ourselves, so to mix all that, I've got a Focusrite 18i20 up here, and that takes a signal from everybody and puts out 6 individual mixes, so that the guitars have got a mix where there's just guitars and backing track and click track. Our drummer's got his kicks and guitars. Our bass player's got mainly bass, a little bit of guitar, click tracks. And then we can also send kicks to front of house on their own channel. And we also send our backing tracks to front of house on their own channel. And all of that's being powered by a phonic power conditioner, just so I only plug in one power cable and then everything turns on and away we go.